Hello, this is Survival-gyver, and today we're taking a look at the Gerber Prybrid X multi-tool. I had to say it slow because I kept screwing it up every time I said it. Anyway, so we all know I have a problem with Gerber multi-tools, and I've had a problem with some of the prior versions of the Prybrid, and so I'm going to do an unboxing so you can see that, you can see that I'm having a problem right from the beginning. So this came from Amazon. So it's not like I can choose it. And I'm sure the reason why I can't get this to move particularly well, I can't get it to move. That actually kind of hurts, but I'm assuming the reason, like, there we go. I'm assuming the reason I'm having such a hard time is because it's in a plastic case. So before I open it up, let's read the rest of this here. So we got Gerber Prybrid multi-tool, solutions at the ready. 8 tools, a slide lock, exchangeable parts, bottle opener, keychain, and plus sign. Whatever that means, whatever the plus sign's for. It's got a little bit of paracord at the end, which is kind of cool, kind of like a lanyard. Blade number 11, hobby blade, stainless steel. The handle is 6061, anodized aluminum, and the Prybar is stainless steel. Problems aren't scheduled in advance, but sometimes they can be planned for. The Prybrid X can get you out of a quick bind with the exchangeable blade and ensures you always have a sharp blade on hand. It's essentially an X-Acto knife blade. Or, I don't think it's a scalpel blade, but it's awfully close. So it's got a retractable fine edge number 11 blades can vary in size. Fisker's standard number 11 blades are the suggested replacement. So in order to not have any problems with this, hey, look at that. I picked up Fisker standard blades number 11, 5-pack. Yeah, they're about $7 for a 5-pack of blades. So I'm prepared. So here it says tool list blade replacement. We're going to take a look at that because some of the other ones are sure as heck not. Slide lock, paracord in urban blue, it's that kind of dark blue color. Lanyard hole, which is kind of weird that the paracord goes around the lanyard hole. That's what it looks like. Anyway, I don't know. It's got a wire stripper, which is right in between the center there. Small flathead driver, that one. Nail puller, which is also the center of the wire stripper, so that's a little iffy. Large flat driver. Prybar. Yeah, I suppose it could be considered a Prybar. And a bottle opener. It wouldn't be a multi-tool without a bottle opener. What can I say, right? There's a bunch of cautions. Additional hazards exist when using Gerber products, like losing your mind and getting pissed off with the damn thing. So, let's go open it up, shall we? To open this up, I'm going to use a Kershaw capsule, because this thing came out crazy sharp right out of the package. And of course, Gerber puts these really pain in the ass packaging. I understand it's for theft deterrent, but still. See, like Butterwood. Yeah. On the side there. Nope, not quite there yet. Now, I have a specific tool to open up packages. I am just not using it in this case, because I have to go to my office to get it. Alright, so there's the empty package. There's the tool. And this is probably the warranty information, written in really small print. And, well, actually, that's just cautions. So, okay. So here we go. Gerber Prybrid. I cannot say that right. Prybrid X. All right, so let me put this away since it's not part of the video otherwise. So it looks like it's got some kind of steel. I think it was, say what it was, right? Yeah, anodized aluminum handle. Doesn't feel like aluminum, but it kind of feels like a zinc material. Blue paracord, which doesn't go through the lanyard hole. Interesting. And yeah, that could be a pry bar because it's got an angle to it. Of course, typical bottle opener. So your wire stripper is that little notch in the center there, which is, I guess, only really good for really small wires. I think I have some wire around to test that. Let me put this down and find some wire. Well, I am wrong. I do not have any wire in my office. I thought I did. I really don't want to go down 3 flights of steps to the garage to get some. So, my apologies. I was incorrect on that one. So, here's this. Yeah, it's a weird knot they put in here. It's kind of like an overhand knot with a extra swirly part to it. I mean, I suppose it's fine. Can I tell how many? It doesn't feel like it's 7. Is it 550 paracord? It just says paracord. Let me find my scissors and open it up and see if it's 7 strand. That would be like a 550 paracord. Alright, so I got some scissors. And we're going to take a look at this because it doesn't feel like I have lots and lots of paracord. And this is pretty strong. This feels like there's nothing in it. It just feels like it's the sheath itself. So, let's take a look at the end here, shall we? So these are glued or heated at the end. Let's open one of these up here. I may just have to unspool this here a little bit. Well, it definitely doesn't look like it's 7 strand. If they are, they're really small strands. Okay. Let me open this up a little bit. I'll go from there. Alright, let's take a look. So I open up the knot a little bit. Let's see how many strands of paracord are in here. Actual cords. There should be 7 if it's a 550 paracord. And the sheath, there's a couple float around here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, it is 7 strand. So it is a 550 paracord. It doesn't feel like it though. It feels really cheap. And I don't want to say that, but that's essentially what it feels like. But it is 7. There's 4 there and there's 3 farther down here. So good news is, even though they don't tell you, it is a 550 paracord. That's the end there. I'm just going to toss it before I fix the end of that later on. So, I know they call it a lanyard hole. If they made that a little bit more rectangular, that would have been a great, almost like an oxygen wrench, oxygen tank wrench for the side of an oxygen tank, just in case the handle breaks or you don't have one. So you can open up an oxygen tank. That would have been perfect if it was rectangular. I'm not saying this is a bad idea, but what's the purpose of having a lanyard hole when you have a built-on lanyard? So, I don't know on that one. Let's take a look at this. Okay. You got to push pretty hard initially. It is a lot easier now that it's out of the plastic. I'm trying not to move the camera so much, but I'm leaning on the tripod here. It does not move great. It's, you got to push down pretty hard to get it to go forward, and it needs lube. That's really what it needs. But let's take a look at this toolless blade changer router. Of course, let me not cut myself with the knife here. It doesn't tell you. Wow. Holy crap. Yeah, look at that. That is really weak in the front. Let me pull that back in there. If I can. There it goes. So if it's in this position, it's fine. It's on that end. Fully retracts. But if you push all the way out, blade replacement, wow, look at that. I mean, it definitely feels like it's spring-loaded, but it's, oof. I hope that's how that's supposed to be. And let's see how to open this thing up. It doesn't tell you in the instructions. I guess you got to move this out. Oh, it's just like all the other ones. You got to move this out. And then they don't make it in. Like I'm actually cutting into my finger. Just trying, on the back side of this, trying to push this forward. Oh, that was close. That is not a good setup. Why they keep making locks like this, I have no idea. So, let me see if I can get you close to this. See a little detent in there. That's what holds the blade in. And you need to push on this little lever here. Push it down, which in the process of doing so, you're actually going towards where it bends. How far do you got to get that? I can definitely feel it move, but it doesn't move great. Where's my Prybar? My other Prybar. Thought it was on the desk here, but maybe it's not. Oh, this is going to suck. Let's try to use this. Let me use the... Well, I guess I'll use the sharp side, so I'm going to cut my hand with the other part of it. You gotta... Oh, God, you can't even do it with that. Let me go find my Prybar. Alright, so here's my handy dandy titanium Prybar. This needs to come up. See, I can get that a good distance up. And then trying not to cut my friggin' hand. Come on, focus, phone. Focus. There we go. I'm using my phone instead of the camera because the camera's better. Okay. So if you pry that off, there's the number 11 blade like it says. Okay. There's the inside of this. And it's still really springy. Wow, that really sucks though. You've got to really pry that thing back in order to be able to get the blade out. They should at least give you... I know I keep bringing this out of focus, but I really need to bring it. Come on, there we go. So you really need to bend this section here out of the way. See how it moves? They should put like a larger... There's room. You need something a little bit larger in there to give you a little bit more leverage, because that's outrageous. See if I can get this back in without cutting myself now. There we go. It's back in. So at least this one you can take the blade in and out of. But it feels like hot crap trying to get this slide to work. So I should probably flip the blade around, but I guess that works. This way you put your hand there, but either way, it's still bent. I don't know if that's how it's supposed to be, or if I did that in the process of fiddling with it. But, so yeah, at least you can exchange the blade on this one, but it's hard. The blade still feels loose in there. And of course I just got my finger on it. And of course, that issue there. Now, again, press down hard. Oh God, this feels like I'm breaking something every time I gotta press down and move it. See how difficult that is for me to move that one-handed. Kershaw capsule, for instance, which is a knife. Look at the mechanism. I do this, I've been actually fiddling with this a lot lately, because it's got such a smooth mechanism. This thing is like heart. Listen to that. It's just crap. So the mechanism, the slide mechanism on this sucks. But you can at least change the blade on it. The paracord is 550 paracord. It actually has 7 strands inside. Not sure why there's a lanyard hole when it has a lanyard on it. So that's kind of strange. I still think they could have added something else more useful than a lanyard hole. Especially to keep the paracord on it. I'm kind of curious what this looks like without the paracord on it. So let's take it off. let's take it off because I'm sure nobody else does that. I'll put my own paracord on of something of a higher quality or something that feels like higher quality than this. So, seems to be a hole in there. Oh, there is a hole there. All right. So say, like, how's that locked in? That's how that's locked in. Now I don't have the kind of tool you need for a paracord, so I'm just gonna do it like this, live on camera. Alright, so that's what it looks like. Looks like there's a serial or production number in there, 8970322A. It's got two holes, two other holes, so you can anchor your paracord in it. Only thing I'm worried about is that it necks down. So it goes from here, it gets thin before it gets a little bit wider for the Prybar end, which would suggest that it's not as strong as it could be. So there's some loss of material there. Yeah, paracord fits on it. There are other ways of attaching paracord and still being able to have it. So let's see, what do we got here? Looks to be about a foot, but let me measure it. Let me grab the tape measure. Well, this was really aggravating. I could not find my tape measure, nor my ruler, nor my architect's ruler. Cannot find any of them. I did, however, find a hole punch that's got a little measuring piece on the end of it. So let's take a look here, shall we? So I went from 10 inches. It's backwards. You got 10 there. So flip it around now that you know where 10 is. Put that back on 1. I'm getting lost in this. Let's see. I'd love to know where my ruler went. So 10 is there, right? So 10 is about 20 inches. So much easier with the right tools. But somebody's got to take my stuff all the time. Anyway. That aggravates me. That you have no idea. Nobody's supposed to be touching that stuff in here. So you have about 20 inches of paracord. You have a utility knife, or yeah, I'm gonna flip that the other way, I think. That feels like horse crap trying to, come on, focus, there we go. I'm trying to get that out. I'm sure it'll get better over time. That bend bothered me. I'm wondering if that's part of the spring mechanism that is funky. So there you go. There's your Gerber Prybrid X. I guess X means not to buy it, but we'll see. I'm still going to put it through its paces. I'll put probably put orange paracord on it. It's not one of their options. So you can see that I finally fiddled with it. So this is going to hit my regular EDC for 2 weeks, and we'll see what happens. I usually don't use an X-Acto knife for anything, but I always find a use. All right, so questions or comments, leave them below, and I will answer them as soon as I can. Sorry for all the weird issues. Tools and such were disappeared or missing, but I was unprepared for this video, but it was an unboxing. So there you go. There's your blue paracord. There's the brand new Viscard number 11 replacement blades to make sure I do this right before somebody complains that I'm not doing their review properly. And we'll see how this goes, and I will have a review in 2 to 3 weeks to see how it did. That is all. So thank you for watching, and have a glorious day.